All right. So, yeah. It's been the chaotic week. I kind of, in some way, shape, or form, I really kind of don't want to talk about it because it's been chaotic to say the least. I'm just gonna get straight into this, and meanwhile I'm editing, I guess I'm gonna talk about what's occurred in the past couple of days. So we're finished with the backyard adventure that I took. At this point, it's gonna be roughly about a week ago. Yeah, a week ago. So now I took this picture in this nearby town called Occoquan. I'm not too entirely sure as far as the history for Occoquan, but I went there, of course, with my family, and it, it's an interesting place because it's mostly filled with, I guess, how Virginia was back in the 1800s, 1700s, possibly even. And I was trying really hard to find something that it's rather interesting, but nonetheless, this at this time, this was the second consecutive week that I've tried going out, and the weather conditions weren't too ideal, right? But I work with what I got, and it is what it is. But nonetheless, I think I got some pretty good photos this this place. Maybe it should last me a couple of days, and even then, of course, throughout these past couple of days that I haven't been recording, I've taken some photos, so we should be good. Now, to talk about what has happened since really last video, which is I think about 5 days ago, roughly so, 5 days ago. I told you guys that yeah, work was gonna catch up to me. In that case, the day that I recorded and edited and the day it was uploaded, day 41, again 5 days ago, I had a nighttime shift, which is maybe why some of you guys maybe saw as well that, why the thumbnail was not done, because I just barely was able to finish up editing before I had to go, right? So, and then as for the other days, it's just at that point, it's just really personal reasons. There were, okay, I guess I can make the argument that yesterday, Friday, we on the 3rd now. What is it, Friday the 3rd and then the 2nd? I guess I had the opportunity to make photos or to make a video, but and then this is what I'm going to talk about right now. So again, it's been chaotic to say the least, but I'm trying my best to kind of accommodate and see what I can do right now. Well, ever since I said what I said as far as changing the changing this whole journey for, I was gonna say day 50, but more looking at it and just kind of how things are right now, I'm gonna push that to or I'm gonna back that and make it to day 45. So in fairness, we're only gonna see, or you guys are only gonna see 2 more videos like this style that I'm doing right now, as far as with editing one photo, my editing process. That's all what in reality you're gonna see only one more or 2 more videos. And the big reason why I wasn't record, or why I didn't record on the previous 2 days, is because I was kind of in the balance between, should I do it now or should I wait, or should I continue doing this style of videos that I'm doing right now. I had that really, I guess, kind of big dilemma in a way, that, to be honest, in some ways I was like, I was out of control, man. I truly was out of control. So in all essence, that's what has been going on for the past couple of days now. It's as sad as it may be. I don't think it's gonna be any. I don't think it's gonna be any. I don't think it's gonna get any better, because just on the fact of how things are and how things are projected to go, I don't think it's gonna get any better. But nonetheless, I try my best, and we'll see what happens. So other than that, that's as far as with the last couple of days. That's really all what I really got to say. Now, I've done some for this photo. I've done some kind of basic adjustments so far. You know, the usual, just minor adjustments. I'm kind of leaning right now towards having in masking effects, although quite fairness, I don't know what else we would. I don't know what else we would add in for masking, because I mean it's kind of another landscape photo in essence. But as I was going through my camera roll, because this has been about a week or so that I've taken this photo, I actually enjoyed how, you know, the mood, the fog, and then I guess this leading line in some way kind of directs the viewer's attention to the bridge. And in all fairness, my main reason why I was trying to get this photo was because of this man over here fishing, right? But at that point, my lens at that point, it's a restriction, but it is what it is. So right now I just have the mask, I have the sky mask down, and I'm just gonna make some small corrections as far as, you know, with the exposed level, right? Because originally, where we would go, originally it's kind of a little bit overexposed, well, from the original before photo, although could make the argument it's the same. In fairness, I think that should be good, but I'm just trying to balance I guess the whites at this point, not so much the exposure, but just the whites at this point. But I think we're getting there. And as far as for masking, I think I'm just gonna do one more. You see, because I like adding in, for the first mask, I added in a radio gradient here on the rocks, just so it can kind of give it a little light. So maybe if we were to do it as well for over here, just add in a little light to at the top of these rocks, I think that'd be good. And maybe even another one down here for this one over here. I'm sorry if I'm speaking or if I sound a little tired, because I kid you not, I woke up like roughly 40 minutes ago to start recording, because I knew that if I didn't record then, or if I didn't record now, I'm not going to be able to get the chance I'm not going to be able to get the chance roughly so in this day, right? But it is what it is. I work with what I got, and that's what we got going on so far. So yeah, kind of what I've stated already. Day 45 is probably going to be the day I'm going to have that new videos, or at least test out that new video style as far as POV shots. You guys kind of in essence following along with what I'm doing with when I'm arriving to, as I'm calling them, photo scenes. The only problem I can see from that happening is if I'm already kind of restricted at some days with work, personal life, or whatever the case may be, if I'm already restricted and these videos, or this new style of video that I'm gonna do, it would kind of require me to kind of spend my time, at least roughly 30 minutes or so, to go out, take photos, and then come back and edit them. I don't know. I would still need to see as far as, you know, how will that play out. But again, it's gonna be definitely something I wanna test out. But nonetheless, we'll see what happens. I'm sure. Well, I'm sure we'll soon on day 45. I'm sure we'll see how that goes out for me. But again, I want to definitely change the way how I do these videos, because I know, and especially during these past few days that I wasn't recording, that I was able to kind of reflect as far as, you know, how my videos are doing, just YouTube wise, but not even that, mostly just how do I feel as far as, you know, do I think the quality of the videos are decent or what? I was really, how can I say this? I kind of forgot my thought process, but the whole essence is I want to change it. I don't feel, there you go. I don't feel right that I'm spending roughly 20 minutes or so just editing one photo. I'm sure I can do a lot more with those 30 minutes. And again, for you guys, just looking at me, not okay at this point, not even just my editing style, just editing one photo. I'm sure you guys would not like that too much. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that I want to change the way how I do videos. Again, for editing one video or one photo for within a 30-minute time limit within a 30-minute video for one edited photo, I'm not sure how you guys would feel about that, right? So again, that's something I'm definitely going to work at. Hopefully we should see how that turns out on day 45. Now, I did say a couple videos ago that day 45 was going to be the video that I was going to implement Photoshop into, I guess, my workflow, right? Which, not saying that that's still not going to happen, but I was giving it a little thought these past couple of days, and I thought to myself, well, you know, if I'm going to be doing a different style of videos as far as with POV now, then there's really no reason to add in or implement Photoshop, just for the sole purpose that, you know, if I'm gonna be going out and taking multiple photos at once, hopefully within a video, right? Then there really wouldn't be any reason for me to implement Photoshop. However, that's not to say that if, let's say, hell, if we're done with the photo scene and I come back to edit and I find out Photoshop can change or alter a photo to my likings, that I believe that it's worth sharing to you guys, then sure, I can maybe implement it. But again, that's just the thought I had, especially as we were or in my case, as I was not making videos these past couple of days. That's just something I thought about, and I guess I just wanted to share it with you guys. Now, as far as with right now, we got something going on. For this photo, it's not too much that we're gonna do, although I could see that maybe for the blues it's maybe a little bit too much, but personally speaking, I like how it gives off that look, like an aesthetic vibe in a way. I'm not sure, but I like how it's looking so far. So with detail, since we can't see, it's a little bit pixelated, although at this point, yeah, like I've stated, are you really going to be looking this close into it? But nonetheless, I just want to give it a little bit amount of sharpening and just a small amount of detail. And as far as with manual noise reduction, just a little bit increase in luminance, and maybe a small increase in detail. And if we look at, okay, you can still see the I guess the noise and the grain in some way, but I like how that came out. And speaking of grain, I always like to add in a little bit amount, although that would kind of go against what I just did with detail. But I liked how that came out, so we'll just leave it like that. I keep on forgetting. I gotta keep on remembering that I gotta crop my photos beforehand, because I start on with the video and I'm not paying too much attention. But I gotta remember that, you know, I gotta crop my photos beforehand. That should be the first thing that comes to my mind. You know what? We'll just do this. Oh, I just missed my grid. We just do this. We'll put the light in the middle, and we'll just leave it like that. Now, if I need to come back and if I have second thoughts, then I'll come back. But I think we're just gonna leave it like that. Now, it's done. No need for color mixture, because There's just no need. I think the color's how it is right now. I think I like it like that. So there's no need. If we were to add in a little vignette, you see, again, I like, before we actually do that, let's actually go over here and add in these gradients. Now, I don't know why, but I guess now that I'm looking at it, I just tend to always like adding in little radial gradients or vignette effect, at least to every single photo that I've edited so far. In all fairness, I really don't know why. I don't know why I enjoy doing it. It did probably for me just because it makes the photo a little bit stand out, maybe in a way. Again, I'm not entirely sure, but I always love adding in these vignette effects for a photo. I always love doing that. For me, it kind of gives it that film look in some way, or if it was taken on an old, I don't know, at this point, like 200-year-old camera, the ones that they used in the wars, I'm not entirely sure, but I always like adding in some linear gradients to add in for that vignette effect. So now, if we were to do it like that, okay, I think I would like it a little bit like that. Yeah. All right. Like, does every photo need a vignette effect? I wouldn't think so, but I just like doing that. Just a simple vignette effect. I think that adds onto it now. I just want to see. Okay, well, we got something going on. So, and then for calibration, again, I still really kind of don't know what this calibration really does, but I just like to move it around, see what changes it does to my photo, and if I like it, well, then I keep it, right? That's just, in all fairness, that's how I'm just gonna leave it as. And with anything else that I would add into this photo, I think, in all fairness, that may be it that I want to add onto this photo. Nothing too special for this photo that we've been seeing, although I may be taking up a little bit too much time, but nonetheless, nothing too much to add on to this photo. It's just minor changes. Again, another landscape, nothing too crazy, right? But so if we were to, before, oh man, okay, so wow. That is, it kind of reminds me of the presets I have over here. And the presets I have, since if you guys want to take a look, it's a 35 millimeter 35 film, 80 film, 90s video, or 90s vibe, I'm sorry, aesthetic, analog, black, and black pairs, right? There's still a bunch more that I still need to download, but the raw photo kind of looks like, what would it be? I'm not sure. One of these presets because I guess I just did so many changes. It was just something I wanted to bring up, but yikes, yeah, that's the raw photo. And then, so I guess you could make the argument that it's a little bit too blue maybe, but I think personally speaking, I actually like that. I actually really do like that. So again, if I need to make any more changes, I'll do it, but I think as far as right now, I think I'm gonna leave it like that, but we'll see. All right, I think it took some time now. I was mostly really on the tone curve because I remember back on the tone curve is where we made the big changes, especially with that cool color right here. I went back and I was adjusting some things, or I was really experimenting to see what would suit the photo a little bit better. I didn't touch the greens nor the blues because although with the blues, I was heavily playing around to see if there would be any changes. In all fairness, I didn't see much of a change that would make the photo a little bit more stand out than it already has, right? So in all fairness, I just left it, did no changes, and believe it or not, I liked how the photo came out, so that's gonna be it. I still gotta remember that maybe too much editing is always not a good idea, but I think with this photo, I actually really liked how it how it came out with the changes we made. Because again, the raw photo was it looked like straight out of a film camera, which if you're into that, I guess. But the changes that we made afterwards, personally for me, I actually really liked how they came out. Just not too well, even though it took roughly some time, not too many changes, kind of straight to the point, nothing new with this style of video. So that's, in all fairness, that's really gonna be offered today. Again, hopefully on day 45, I'm just gonna experiment, go out and see how that new style of video goes. If I see that it works fine, especially with my schedule, and I'm sure editing won't be no problem, then that's how we're gonna do it from now on. But for right now, we have 2 more days with this style of videos, right? With this style of videos. And maybe, who knows, maybe down the road when there's a day that I can't go out or that I didn't get the opportunity, maybe I might come back and just do, okay, at this point, not just one photo, but at this point, it'd be multiple photos. Just a quick editing tutorial slash, I don't know what you would call the past 42 videos I've been doing so far. But maybe once in a while I might come back and just do this, just so maybe you guys see, or just because, in all fairness, I didn't get the chance to go out. Maybe, but I will still need to think about it. Hopefully for today, Saturday, the 4th, if we're on the 4th. I think we're on the 4th, yeah. Yeah, I think we're on the 4th. I'm gonna try to upload 2 just to kind of, in a way, what would you say, repay? I wouldn't say repay, but to kind of combat the few days I haven't been uploading, right? I'm gonna try to upload 2 videos today. I'm gonna work on this one and then work on another one, but we'll see what happens. But other than that, that's all I have for this video, at least for right now. Hopefully today, hopefully later today on day 43, yeah, I come up with another photo. But I think I got some other photos that you guys may be interested. So hopefully I'll see you guys later today.